Good morning. It's not a bad one here. I'm in a town called Alnwick, Northumbria, the northeastern corner of England, and it's Saturday the 27th, is it? I do keep a journal. So the back end of August, we're still in sort of summer. It was really quite a nice day yesterday. It warms up in the day, but cooler at night and half starlit, so there we are. A chap we used to be in touch 12 years ago. Found one of my earlier sites. Where are they now? I find that quite interesting. There was a program on the BBC called, I think it was the BBC, might have been TV, I don't know, whatever it was, called Heartbeat, sort of local police force in a Yorkshire small town or village, I think. The various goings on. But it was very well written and acted, and then to see the people from when they were acting in this and then to see them later on or now, quite a few of them have died and so on. Sort of interesting to see how people change as we grow older. As my mother would say, she never met anyone going in the other direction. So this chap just popped up. I remember him well. Yahweh or No Way is his site. And his first site was hacked. So he's now Yahweh or No Way #1. As a son, like reading the Bible in the King James Version, so the old language. I looked at one of his films about his mother who died. So there we are, 12 years later. My work remains to try to bring the light of God to shine in this world. And in one sense, just to be alive is in itself a miracle. There's so many, just scrolling through the actors and actresses in this just searching for the word sitcom, soap, whatever. I don't like the word soap. Series, anyway. What motivates people? I don't know. Money. Hopefully not the love of money. Anyway, ramble as usual. I just wanted to mention something about this subject. I've come across the site Genesis Explains All or something. And these fundamentalists, I think it's American, are saying Genesis literally is true. So God created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th. I actually met someone in Holland in a town called Urk, U-R-K. So the Dutch are very good at reclaiming land. So it used to be, I think, an island, and they've reclaimed the land all around. On a Sunday, I was invited to Sunday luncheon. The chap had literally ammonites, huge, big, a foot, 2 feet across. Those ancient thingies in the sea, fossilized, which obviously are millions of years old, and yet he was espousing this as a fact, that God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh. Well, and I blether on a bit about the universe and galaxies and stars and what happened before the Big Bang and what will happen after the universe collapses in on itself. And eternal life, which is God was, God is, God will be, stuff like that. So it really doesn't fit in well with these fundamentalists who say that God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh. That's what Genesis says. Well, I see Genesis as a sort of myth trying to explain us, human beings, and our relations to God and the rest of it. Obviously before Christ, 2,000 years plus before Christ, wherever Genesis came from, but it must have been written by people. And most societies, ancient or modern, have sort of myths relating to all societies, I'd probably say, actually. You know, where did we come from? What's it all about? Etc. And then I found myself thinking, for what it's worth, and does it matter if you're inculcating young people, as they were? There was a big lecture hall and lots of people there, and someone espousing this view, with the idea that God waved his magic wand, and then God is a man in a fluffy white gown with a big beard. No to that one. I'm much more interested in the fact that there is a universe with countless thousands, our galaxy, thousands of millions of stars up there, thousands of millions of galaxies, all again with thousands of millions of stars. So, and then there's dark energy and dark matter, and on we go. So that is God too. So God is not a man with a long beard and a fluffy white cloud dictating to us human beings what we should or shouldn't do. God is just infinitely more, beyond our comprehension ultimately. But on the other hand, we have a guide, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. So I think that's it on the Genesis thing. I mean, I suppose good luck to them. People should be free to believe in whatever they want to believe in. Fine. I mean, there's a Flat Earth Society. I suppose good luck to them as well. I used to meet this chap in Inverness in Scotland. He'd have it laid out. I think he was a bit tongue-in-cheek about it all. I mean, it looks sort of flat. Problem is, you keep going, it's always flat. And then you see yourself coming. If you can do whatever it is, walk around the world, 24,000 miles, is it? Or something. So I'm sort of saying, to that particular strain of beliefs, ideas, whatever, does it matter really? For me, I'm a Christian. How does that matter? And the answer to that one is a definitive yes. To affirm positively that I know that my Redeemer liveth. Yes, that matters. It is fundamental to my life, and I wish it were more evident in the world in which I lived. I can only try my best to bring that light to shine in the darkness. So, as ever, now, 12 years ago I was living out under the arch of a canal bridge in a town called Stone. So, where were you 12 years ago? I keep on keeping on, as one does. I'm blessed with another day of life. I've got some potatoes on the hob. Violet, electricity, so fresh, clean drinking water. They've had a flood in Pakistan, or having a flood. So the world has its troubles. I count my blessings. And this is my best way at present of continuing to allow the life of Christ through God, through me though, in this world, through God's guidance, to shine in this world. Amen. I meant to actually, I'm going to do it. I love this. This is Schubert's Quintet in whichever key, and I just find it very beautiful. Oh Lord, I forgot altogether. Right, so this is an outro. They say the good die young. Well, I've missed on that one. I'm 65, nearly 66. I find this very beautiful. Hey, what? I'm in here. It's up to 24 degrees now. That's perfectly fine. So I make candles out of the old candles, and it didn't burn the house down then, and now I watch it much more carefully, so I won't have a repeat of that. And there we are. And the estate agent knows about it. It's only a rented property, and so on and so forth. Anyway, I find this very beautiful. So, one is alive 12 years later. Yeah, I was most surprised this fellow turned up out of the blue. Rather sweet. Love is the answer. And it matters. I absolutely try with all of my being. There is a staff here. It's my rest for my arm at the moment. With all of my being, if I find something in me that I feel, or a thought even, an untoward thought, I will root it out like a weed. I must love my neighbour. You don't have to like them. I'm afraid that's human nature. We're going to fall out one way or the other with someone along the way. It's inevitable. But if you have the love of God through Christ within you, then God will accept you. And part of that is you must forgive. not go on harbouring ill will and so on and so forth. And Christ has come to give us this. And we don't listen, we, mankind, in general, because if we did, the world would be a wonderful place, wouldn't it? So anyway, I have my potatoes. I'll last this one out. It's a 7-minute riff, this, that I love, so I think 5 minutes. Anyway, whatever it is. So life goes on. I was making films then, actually, all those years ago. Obviously, 12 years. I've been doing it since the early spring of 2008. This dawn breaking now. Shadows. That's enough, I think. That's what we should do. I've actually got 2 of them. Got another one there. So, amen to that. There is the light of Christ shining here in my Christian place. Amen.